Just coming to your comfortable lying down position. Doesn't matter if the knees are bent up, the legs are out straight, whatever feels right for you. Just having that chin slightly tucked in so the back of the neck is long. The arms either by the sides or just resting on the body. And just tuning into the breath. Observing the chest as it rises and lowers with each breath. Maybe noticing the subtle movements in the tummy as well. Just hearing the rhythm of each breath. Just the sounds of it. Focusing the attention only here. Letting the body ease. And just feeling it pressing into the mat. And just enjoying the stillness. And then it's allowing the body to be quiet. If there's any thoughts going on in the mind, just acknowledging them as you park them, and then just let them float away. Allowing the mind to clear, focusing on the breath. Do you allow this to calm and still? Now, we'll take 3 nice big, long breaths. So as you inhale, filling the chest, the ribs and the tummy. As you hold this for a second, and then just sighing that breath away. Twice more. When you've had those 3, allowing the breath to return to normal. Observing the difference. Is the breath longer and calmer? Does the body just feel stiller? And then we'll combine breath with movement. So if they're not already, just bringing the arms to the sides, palms facing down. As we inhale, we'll just reach these arms up overhead onto the floor behind us. Nice gentle stretch. As we exhale, these arms lower back down. Repeating this with each breath. As we inhale and reach. And exhale back down. The movement as slow as your breath. Now, you can bring the feet into this as well if you like. So as we inhale, reaching over, you can point those toes away from you. As we exhale, arms back down, send the toes up into the sky. Just doing one more. Your time, your breath. When the arms are back down by the sides, just leaving them here. Allowing everything to settle. And then we're just going to work into our necks. So, different to normal. On an inhale, we're just going to bring the palms together. You can interlock the fingers and just rest the head onto these palms. Now, you can take a little feel around the head using the thumbs. The best way to describe it, you've probably got slightly pokey bits where the skull ends and the neck connects. It's having these fingers here, thumbs here, and these elbows just out nice and wide. Now as we inhale, can we just tilt the head forward a little with the palms? We exhale, allowing that head to return back to its normal position. Repeating with each breath. Inhale, a gentle tilt, the chin tucking in a little more. Exhale and release. Now what may be easier? So I'm just demonstrating with these fingers interlocked. You can just use the fingers to act as that tilt. And if it works another way for you, then just do that. It's breath by breath. Now, the head returns back to its normal position. Just allowing them to rest on those palms. And keeping the hands where they are. We just inhale, this time bending the knees up. So planting the feet onto the mat. Doesn't matter if the heels are close into the hips or they're a little wider out. It's feeling the lower back pressing onto the mat. And then we're going to work the core. So in your time, can we inhale? Just going to gently and slowly lift these elbows towards the knees. In a crunch. Exhale, back down as we spread the elbows. Now this is yoga, so it's not a fast crunch. It's slow and controlled, combining with the breath as we inhale up. Feeling the spine pressing onto the mat. Exhaling down. We'll do 3 more. Inhale, slowly lift. Maybe you come a little higher. As we exhale down. Inhale. And you'll notice the movement we practice. The chin will tuck in as we lift up. It comes back as we go down. I think this is our final one. You lower down, just taking a breath or two of stillness. Now we're going to work into our sides a little. So this time, can we inhale? One elbow is leading towards the opposite knee. As we exhale down. As we do the same with the other. Inhale, elbow towards the opposite knee. Exhale down. 2 more rounds to each side. Inhale. Exhale down. And if you're shaky, using the breath. Not necessarily to control it. And when you've had your 3, in your time only, just resting down. Just letting everything settle. Now, can we expand this a little more? Maybe you want to keep the feet on the mat, but if not, can we lift the heels up so these knees are roughly above the hips? Now, sideways movement again. So can we inhale? There's a lot going on. Inhale, elbow to opposite knee. That knee might come in, the other foot might go out. So we exhale down. Other side. Knee to opposite knee, other foot out. Exhale down. 2 more rounds. And this is strong. When you've had your 3, you can just bring everything down. Oh. You can just let those feet rest on the mat. And then with these arms, we'll just bring these out to shoulder height. Arms, palms facing up. Now before we move, just a little press through the feet, just to press the lower back on the mat. Checking the chin is still tucked in. As we exhale, allow the knees to fall to any side, perhaps looking over the opposite shoulder. Just in a nice, gentle twist. Tuning into the breath, finding that length in the spine. And with each exhale, can you now feel the core giving in? It's probably very active just now. And as we inhale, with these knees back up, exhaling across to the other side. Maybe looking over this opposite shoulder. To release into this side. As we find the length in the spine. And that release in the core and lower back. And as we inhale, knees back to center. As we bring the palms face down by the sides, ready for pelvic tilting. So bringing these heels quite close into the hips. The knees roughly hip width apart. Palms face down on the side. As we inhale, gently just peeling the hips up just a fraction. As we exhale down, breath by breath. So as we lift up, small curve of the spine flattens in the mat. As we exhale down, that curve returns. And if you like, we can expand into full bridge. So as we inhale, lifting the hips up to the sky, not holding. Exhale, peeling the spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Twice more. As we inhale and lift, stretching the thighs and the core. The exhale, rolling down. Final one. Now, you can continue working this way, or if you want, you can lift up and hold for 6 breaths. So if you've inhaled up, if you've decided to hold, you can interlock the fingers if you wish, tucking the shoulders in. With each inhale, so the hips rise a little more. You can have a gentle press on the exhale through the interlocked palms. And when you've had your 6, or maybe it was 1, undo the shoulders, slowly and controlled, rolling down. So the last thing to lower is the hips. And let's counter stretch. You can take a hold of each knee individually. So you draw them out and up. Just allowing that lower back just to be pressed onto the mat. Maybe you're still. Maybe you're having a gentle rock from side to side. Lovely. And then it's just to open our hips. So as we inhale, we're just going to bring the soles of the feet together. As we send these onto the mat. Now it doesn't matter if these heels are close in to the hips or they're way out in front. Allowing the knees to drop to the side. So you bring the elbows out to shoulder height. And palms facing up as they're down on the mat. Now tuning into the breath here. As you inhale, feeling the length drawing out of the hips. So make space in the spine. As that chest rises, it might lift off the mat a little. It exhales down, settling down. All the while, these hips are releasing and opening. That rhythm of your breath. Again, any thoughts coming in, letting them float away. And then we'll work our way up to sit. So we're going to draw these knees in together, in towards the chest. Before we move, you can have a gentle rock here if you want. And then you can rock yourself up, or you can roll over to one side. But if you're rocking up, taking a hold behind the thighs and slowly building that momentum, massaging the spine as you do. Oh, I'm taking my time. And coming up, as we find our comfortable seated position. And actually what feels quite right now is send these legs out. Now, sit in any blocks or pillows that you want. Send these legs out wide. Doesn't matter if the knees are bent or not. It's finding that length in the spine, shoulders dropped. And then we'll just have some nice, lovely stretches. Setting ourselves up. So we inhale, arms up, reaching them up. And I think we know the drill. Looking over any leg. Exhale as we fold. Now maybe you hold the toes, or anywhere in the mat or the leg. Bend the knee if you need. But we're not going to hold long. So let's inhale, back up. As we exhale over the other leg, folding over. We'll make this a dynamic move. So just releasing down here. And then we'll speed it up a little. So as we inhale, up. Exhaling over the first leg. Releasing down. And then we're just going to inhale, back up. So we exhale over the second. And again, not holding. Inhale, back up. Now we're going to hold. Exhaling over the first leg. Adjusting as you need. With each inhale, finding that length in the spine. Exhale, just folding over this leg. You can allow that head to hang if you like. And as we inhale, we'll come back up. As we do the second side. As we look over, exhale and fold. As we hold here. Inhale, making that space in the spine. Exhale, releasing over, the head nice and loose. And as we inhale, back up. Still looking over this leg. And then sideways, exhale. Maybe you hold the toes, maybe not. Reaching this top arm on the inhale. Wonderful side stretch. The other side. So we inhale up. Looking over the first leg. Exhaling over. Now reaching the top arm. Inhale, back up, palms together, and down through heart center. The shoulders dropping. And then let's challenge these hips a little. So we'll bring the soles of these feet together. Again, doesn't matter if these heels are out far or they're close in. Maintaining that length in the spine. Maybe you hold the ankles or holding the feet and just peeling them open a little like a book. But as you're doing this, keeping that spine nice and lengthened. Maybe do these heels walk in a little closer? And now, take this very cautiously. So we're going to fold down the middle. So inhaling tall. As we exhale, you can keep a hold of the feet, sending the elbows out to the side, or reach the arms forward. Now just be really cautious around these hip joints. You can very strongly get into them. Just feeling the release with each exhale. And then inhale, back up. And we can just cross the legs now. any way that you like. And if you thought you didn't like cross-legged position, what we've just done is bliss now. Again, finding that length. Chin slightly tucked in. And we'll just work through the neck as we usually do. So on an exhale as we look up, stretching the front. As we inhale to center. Looking down on the exhale, stretching the back. We've worked it already, so just feel that. Now as we come back to center, not our usual, let's exhale, twisting around. We inhale to center, and exhale across to the other side. We inhale back in stillness. Now we'll work the sides in a different way. So inhaling one arm up, that reaches up, taking a hold of the head, and exhaling over. Now you can adjust the weight, so the elbow acts as the weight, so you can adjust the grip if it's too much. Now as we hold it here, maintaining that length in the spine. And then next inhale, the head comes up and the arm falls. Ready for the other side. So we inhale the other arm up. And that reaches up. Taking a hold as we exhale over. Finding this length up out of the hips. And inhale, head up, arm down. Now you can loosen off as you choose, whether that's rounding the neck or whatever works for you. Just keeping it even. So going the other way if you haven't already. And as we come back, center in stillness. Give the shoulders a little shuggle. And then let's give these a really nice good stretch off. So as we inhale, taking a hold of the shoulder blades. Doesn't matter if it's palms or fingertips. Elbows up, and we'll start circling. So anyway, you make these circles small, and then they can gradually get bigger. So as you go back, you can squeeze the shoulder blades together, and up and forward and down. Maybe inhale back and up. Exhale forward and down. And then slowing that down as we get ready to work the other way. In your time. As we start small and widen them up. It's big circles. Inhale forward and up. Back and down on the exhale. And then slowing that down. As we bring the arms back to the sides. Shaking what you need to shake. And then a brief seated cat. So palms either on knees or thighs. Spine lengthened. As we inhale, curling from the base of the spine. As we look up. As we exhale, again as we curl from the base. As we look down. Repeating breath by breath. As we make the space in the spine and compress the discs. And as as you breathe in and up, just feeling that chest expand. And when we've worked evenly, can we come back to our lengthened position? Now it's a similar move, but can we rotate around the hips? It's not really a right or wrong way. So if we want, we can inhale up, circling the hips around as we come down. And we inhale around and up the other way. This can just awaken into the sides, really getting all around the spine. Now, for the sake of keeping it even, going the other way too. And when we've worked evenly, coming back to our flat back as we work our way down to all fours. Whether you roll over the knees or coming any other way that you like. As we bring the palms under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Now just very briefly, we'll just practice our normal cat. Just as we inhale up. Now we've awoke the spine a lot. So just feeling how this move feels now. Breath by breath. And when we've done this evenly, we come back to our flat back. And just exhale, sinking it all back to your child position, whether the knees are wide or not. Allowing the chest and head to just sink through to the mat. Tuning back into that breath. As we observe where we've worked in the body already. And then, as we usually do, just reaching the palms forward a little. As we inhale, lifting the palms up onto the fingertips. Allowing that stretch, just move up the back a little. You can lower these palms down at any point. And as we inhale, can we slither ourselves through onto our fronts as we keep the chest and head low to the mat. So inhale, slithering our way through. These palms can rest in line with the shoulders. You can rest one cheek on the mat. And if you like, you can inhale, pressing through the palms. As we lift up into Cobra, shoulders dropped. Now if you prefer, you can be on the elbows, not holding. Exhale, tensing the buttocks, lowering down, peeling the spine down. Twice more. Inhale and lift. Nice and tall. And exhale down. Final one. And here, you can just briefly rest the opposite cheek on the mat. It's feeling the chest and body settling down. And then here, can we inhale our way through, back to our all four position. So inhale. exhale as we lift up. It's coming back. Remember, if it's ever too much on the wrists, just come on to the fists. And then we'll start with the feet. So as we inhale, sending one foot back, tucking those toes under. You exhale, just allowing that heel to drift back a little. And then let's work it into the hips. So as we inhale, can we follow the foot as it guides around to the side? Now it doesn't need to come all the way out in line with the hips, it can be back further, but we're not going to hold. Exhale as it goes back, but can it go beyond the other foot? Now you can take a look at it if you like, getting a stretch on the side. As we repeat with the breath, let's inhale it out. As we exhale, following it back around. Once more, inhaling out, and exhaling around. Now let's inhale it out. Keep it here, just for a breath. And then, can we zigzag it as it comes towards our lunge? When it's in position, let's sink this weight forward. Now, adjusting so the knee and ankle are in alignment, whether it's walking the back toes back or the front foot forward. As we lift up nice and tall in the hips. And if you want, the knee can stay on the floor, or maybe you tuck the toes in. Entirely your choice. Just feeling the release into the hips and thighs. And then we'll plant the opposite palm of the front foot, again whether it's on fingertips or not. As we inhale, we're opening up over this front leg. Looking up only if you're balanced. Feel the length between each of the palms. As we exhale, all the way back down. We'll lower the back knee if it was lengthened. And work our way into pigeon. So we can inhale. It's going to walk the palms back to make the space. This front heel kind of tucked somewhere on the bent knee, so the knee comes on the mat. And then we can adjust. So you can walk the back knee back. Now it doesn't matter if you're up tall or not. The hips can be on the mat, or they can be up taller. If it's not comfortable, just ease out. Are we okay? But as we're holding the position, inhaling up in the chest. What to do you? Let's have one knee out a little. You can just be up an awful lot taller, and you can even prop cushions under here if you want. So, if you're coming in, it's almost from all fours. Bring one knee forward. The heel is kind of on the other knee. If you want, just prop yourself back. And then I'm going to fold forward. So exhale. Walking the palms forward. Whether you come onto the knees, just feeling the release in the spine. And if you want to extend, you can reach the arms out in front. Just allowing that lower spine to release and relax. And then slowly can inhale our way back up, just very briefly, as we get ready to come out. So any way that you want, whether it's walking the back knee in, just to make the space to come back to our all fours. To repeat the cycle again. So with the opposite foot, inhale, tucking those toes under. Do you exhale, just allowing that back heel to drift back, feeling the stretch in the back of this leg. As we inhale, we send this leg out to the side, whether it's all the way in line with the hips or further back. As we exhale, sending it back. You can look at it as it moves, as it goes beyond. Twice more. Inhaling out. And exhaling over. Breath by breath. I think this is the last one, I'm not sure. Now wherever you are, we're inhaling it back out to the side. And then wiggling it in towards a lunge. So whenever it's in, you're ready, shifting that weight forward. Maybe stepping the back knee back, so this knee and ankle are in alignment in your lunge position. Just breathing in tall in the chest, finding that lift in the spine. And if you did before, you can tuck the toes in, or you can keep that knee on the floor, all your choice. So you allow the hips to release on this side, and these sides of the thighs. And then planting the opposite palm of the front foot. As we inhale, opening up over the leg, looking up if you're balanced. We find the length between the palms here. Exhaling our way back down. As we lower the back knee. Getting ready to come into our pigeon. Now, if you're going in, just work your way down. But if you want to use those props, have something handy. And then this front foot. So you're walking the palms back just to make space. Bring the front foot so the heel is roughly in line with the knee. Then you can set this knee down. Either walk the back knee back or wiggle this front foot forward. That's it. And if you've got some pillows, you can just rest the hips on it if you want. And this quite strongly works into these hips. And if you need to ease out or be taller, you absolutely can. But we find the lift up through the chest, whether it's palms or fingertips. And then we can begin to fold over this front leg in your time. You exhale, slowly walking the palms forward, whether it's coming onto the elbows, whether you're reaching the palms out further. It's whatever's comfortable for you. Allowing that lower back to release. And then, your time. Slowly inhaling your way back up. Just briefly. And then we can work our way out. You can walk the back foot forward just to make space. Oh. Send the leg back. So we're back in our all four position. And then let's just keep it nice. Let's just sink everything back. The hips towards the heels. To our child pose position. And adjusting so it's comfortable for you. And it's a similar move to the pigeon. Observing that release in the lower back. But just feeling the general freedom around the hips now. And then, can we work our way up to dog? So as we inhale, we can plant the palms as we lift through via all fours. Tucking these toes under. And big inhale again as we power through the legs. Lifting these hips up to the sky. Sinking that chest and head through. And we're going to hold this for a few breaths. You can have a walk from foot to foot if you wish. So you lower one heel and then the other. And if you need to come out at any point before, you can just work your way into a forward fold. But if we're still in dog, in the next breath or two, on an inhale, let's step the feet towards the hands, and the hands to the feet, in our forward fold. It doesn't matter if the arms are hanging or you're holding the elbows. Just allowing this head to be nice and loose. Just give the head a little shake, just so it is. Then in your time, let's slowly inhale our way up to stand. With those feet really nice and planted. Finding the spine nice and tall and lengthened. And the feet just really firmly rooted down. Just tuning into your breath as you're standing. Just letting everything settle down. Those feet planted, shoulders up nice and tall. And let's just settle in here as we normally do. Inhale, slowly reaching up. Combining that breath with the movement, palms together. We exhale them down through heart center. Once more. And then with the palms, you can just let them rest by the sides. Finding that length here. And I think now we just need to ease these wrists off a little. Been on them for a while, a bit longer than I thought we would. So inhale, palms to heart center. As we interlock the fingers. Lifting them up, level with the eyes. Then with one hand only doing the work, just begin to rotate. So the other hand will just follow. You can work as fast or as slow as you need. Just being sure to go both ways. And then as we slow that down, easing it off, let's send these interlocked fingers along one, so they're the wrong way round. With the other hand doing the work, building the rotation onto this other wrist. So we go the opposite way as well. And then, as we slow that down, back to stillness. And we're just going to flick the hands down by our sides. So starting at the top, let's flick these wrists nice and loose. They lower back down. And then shaking whatever you need. Lovely. I have just looked at the time and I don't think we really have much time to practice the dragon sequence. But we might make a bit of an attempt. Yeah, let's do it. So, probably want to be around about mid-mat. And we're just going to start by standing still. So the palms, just bringing them gently, face out in front. Just observing that chest lifting. As we root down through these standing feet. And then, when you're ready, on an inhale, going to bring these palms to heart center. So we lift one knee up in front as well. Now if you decide you need a wall, come close. Again, finding that length in the chest. Maybe a slight bend in this knee. And if you want, seeing as we're here, you can give the ankle a rotate. Now, next exhale. I'm going to come into warrior 3. I didn't know this pose had a name. We've all done it before. Can we fly? So exhale, we're going to lean forward. You can probably guess where this is going. Now these palms can stay together. You can send them out wide. Now keep a bend in this knee, that'll probably help you out. Lovely. And then exhale, we're going to plant this back foot and then work our way down. So exhale, folding down. Now chances are you may be a bit close, you might need to widen it. And you can send this foot out as much as it needs. It's a brief, high, wide lunge. Then we're going to inhale as we come back up. Now if you are a bit wider, we're almost in warrior. You can set that back foot down if it's not already. Inhale, arms up, so warrior 1, hips are forward. I'm making this up now. Nice and tall. As we exhale, hands back to heart center. Bringing these feet in, back up. We're not going back. Just setting it down. So that was a shortened sequence. That was one side. So getting ready to start the other. Palms facing out. Just see how this lifts and opens the chest. Those feet nice and planted. And this position is held on purpose, just tuning into that breath. And then inhale, lifting this knee up, palms at heart center. Rooting the standing foot down. Rotating that ankle if you did before. And then exhale. Let's fly. Sending this leg back as we bend forward. You can have a bend in the standing knee. Maybe those arms are out to the side. Finding that lift and length in the chest and spine. Exhale, plant that back foot. Let's sink it down. Now you're probably wide, probably too short. So you can bring that foot out as much as it needs and also as wide as it needs. Now we're not holding this for long. We're going to inhale, lifting back up. So we're almost ready for warrior one. You can plant the back toes, heel. Inhale these arms up, shoulders dropping. And then let's bring it forward. So inhaling again. Palms heart center, knee in front. Exhale down. Lovely. That was one round. Just lift the energy. So and again, first side. Palms out to the side. Just taking this time, you let that breath settle. Finding the length. As we inhale, palms heart center, knee up. Nice and tall. Can we speed it up a little? So let's exhale as we fly. Leg out. Now, the arms are either out to the side. You can reach them forward. This is your choice. Maybe the palms are at heart center. Can we hold this pose? Exhale. Back foot down. As we lift up. And it's throwing it forward. Now you can maybe adjust that foot already if you know you're too short. Big exhale down. Feeling that spine release. Can you go a little bit lower? Does that knee bend a little more? But we're not going to hold. So let's inhale, back up. Front knee still bent. We're already in warrior one. Arms up. Allowing the shoulders to drop. Can we bring it all forward on the inhale? So inhale, palms to heart center, knee in front. Exhale down. Take a shake if you want. One more side. Palms out, lifting that chest. We're dragons, we're breathing the fire. As we inhale, palms heart center, knee up, nice and tall. Can we exhale and fly? Leg back, bending it forwards. Now your choice, palms at heart center, arms out or out in front. Finding that length in the chest. Then drop that back foot. Oh, lifting up. Now, again, you can make that adjustment already if you want. So we exhale, bringing it down. It's just a very odd lunge. Can you lower this front knee a little bit more? And then let's inhale up. Ready for warrior one, probably already set up. Arms up, excellent. The shoulders dropping here. As we inhale, let's bring everything forward, knee up, palms heart center. Exhale it down. Lovely. Now there's not another round. Now that was a shortened flavour, but that was fun, so we've got a few bits to work on. But let's tune everything down and slow down. So we're going to come to lie down. Not lie down. Down to the floor. Be a downward dog. Let's just do it this way. With the hands on the hips. Finding the length. As we exhale, we're going to tip forward to halfway. And then at halfway, just take a nice loose bend in these knees. You can just ease this lower back off. Next exhale, you can allow the hands to fall. It's bringing everything down. And in our forward fold this time, let's take a hold of the elbows. And just have a gentle rock from side to side. Stretching in to each side of the lower back. As we go to one side, the opposite knee probably bends. It's allowing this movement to just be free and loose. Now, let's slow the rocking down if you still are. When you're back, allowing the arms to hang, and let's step it into dog. So as we inhale, planting the palms, stepping the feet back. Now you can hold for 2 or 3 breaths if you want, or lower down at any point to your all fours. And from your all fours, just sinking yourself back to your comfortable child position. That chest and head sink to the mat. Finding that calm and stillness. Tuning into the breath. Just allowing everything to settle. We've elevated the energy level. Just letting that dissipate around the body. It's feeling the energized and release. As we inhale, back up to our all fours. And we very briefly work in cat. As we inhale, looking up. And exhale, curling down. Breath by breath. So you just feel the difference in this move now. Combining that breath with movement. And then time. As we come back to our flat back position, we'll get ready to lie down. You can cross the ankles as you roll over if you wish. Scooting to the front of the mat before you lie down. You can take this opportunity for a jumper or socks if you want. But when we're ready to lie down, with a loose bend in the knees, inhaling the arms up, spine lengthened, peel the spine down, working the core as we lower. When you're down, just checking that the chin is tucked in. Just hugging the knees in loosely. Just towards the chest. That presses the lower back on the mats. You can have a gentle rock, side to side if you wish. As you roll one way, maybe the head rolls the other. releasing around. And then, as we come back to center, holding it here, inhaling the arms out to shoulder heights, working into a twist. Exhale as those knees fall to any side, perhaps looking over the opposite shoulder. As you hold it here, observing the breath in this open lung. With each exhale, is feeling the gentle twist. As we inhale, knees back to center and the head. And other side. To your exhale. Releasing over. You ease into the stretch on this side. And breath by breath. Maybe you notice this lung becoming more prominent. As we inhale, these knees back to center, sending these legs up in the air. As much a bend, so everything can just hang. And then let's bring the arms up to join them. Give these ankles and wrists a rotate if you like. And then when you're ready, just a nice loose shake off. And as we inhale, drawing the arms through the legs, taking a hold of the outer edges of the feet. And maybe it's the ankles. The knees come out and up to the side of the chest. Maybe you rock or enjoy the stillness here. And then in your time, you can exhale down. As you find your comfortable relaxation position, whatever that may be. Allowing yourself to settle here. Just feeling the body heavy and still on the mat. That subtle movement going on within with each breath. And the body's rhythm, calming and soothing. Letting the mind clear. And the senses dull. And then gently we'll draw the attention around the body with the breath. With each inhale, drawing in energy and light. Each exhale, releasing any tension. As we inhale, filling the whole of the head And then moving the breath to the neck. Shoulders and collarbone. And then all the way down the arms, all the way to the fingertips. We move it now around the chest and upper back. And then around the ribs and mid-back. Into the tummy and lower back. Moving the breath to the hips and pelvic floor. And then all the way down the legs, through the ankles, all the way to the tips of the toes. The whole body. In your time, drawing the attention back to this moment, you can begin to wiggle your toes and fingers. You make small movements. If you like, you can inhale the arm up overhead. Maybe pointing the toes away, just having a nice stretch. And then in time, tucking the knees in towards the chest, whether in stillness or rocking. And then gently rolling over to any side. You blink the eyes open here. And then lifting yourself up to your comfortable seated position. Finding the spine long and light. Shoulders dropped. As we inhale, reaching these palms up. Drawing them together. And then back to heart center. As we bow our heads. Namaste.